Hey guys, thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your week to watch this video as we prep and continue to craft what we do for kids and families here at South Hills. One of the values that I have is this idea of elevating community, that I really want to see us live out and being the church of people, not just a place and a building, creating this sense of belonging for each other and for kids. And I don't want that to get lost in the in and out in the program of what happens, that everything that we do, the message, the content that we're trying to teach and get across, that a big piece of what we're doing is building relationships, being personal with each other and with these kids, and that we want to elevate community. And so throughout this next season, I want to encourage you to help us champion getting to know kids, getting to know their names and their stories and their contexts, helping to really know a consistent few. We're going to be leading toward you, hopefully having 6 to 8 kids that kind of are yours. They know that they're your leader, and that there's connection there, relationship there. And so throughout each morning and the program that we're going to be doing a lot of things that are going to be gearing toward refining the message and elevating community. And so from the very beginning, the playtime at the beginning, finding ways that you can connect with your few, whether it be handball and games, whatever it is though, inviting them in and getting to know them in that beginning space. And we're going to be shaping some of the activities, getting some new ones in here that you'll be seeing. Let us know how that goes. But we want to encourage you to make the most of even that playtime to get to know the kids and get to know what brought them here, what their stories look like at home. And then when we go into large group time and we gather everybody on the stage, we want to invite you to model the kind of engagement and kind of interactions that we'd want those kids to have, that they look up to you. And so that the way that you raise your hands and worship or dance and be silly, the way that you help them get focused and attentive in moments that we're gathering their attention, that you help model for them that kind of thing. And you're sitting again with your small group, your growth group of kids, and trying to rally them around you and sit in with them as they experience this time there. But the big thing that we're going to be starting, that we want to invite you to, is this. We are going to be starting this weekend and on having these rugs, where during the group time at the end, we will be breaking out into these growth groups, these small groups, rallying around this carpet. And it's great because you can be leaning in if you've got fewer kids, or you can gather out a little bit wider if you've got some more kids. Our goal is to hopefully always be smaller because of the relationship that you can have. But around each rug, you'll see there will be a cart that will have a label on it for the different groups and the age groups, gender groups that we'll have. And this cart will have resources for you, supplies like markers and pencils and Bibles, things that you're going to need on a regular basis. And we're going to try to have this always restocked. If you can help make sure that things get back in there, and caps on the pens so that those stay well. Anything that you can do to help us make this is kind of the standard thing that we always have and is ready to go for any of the groups that meet in between the different services too. But then the thing that you also have is this green bin. This bin will have everything that you need for that week's curriculum, that week's lesson in your small group. We are going to be sending, it's attached to this email, this lesson. Every week you will have this. We basically have filtered through some of the curriculum that we get out there to kind of pick what we think will be the best to get across that message that weekend. So there's always a life app for a month, and then a bottom line that we're trying to share a message and teach and get that across. And you'll see that plus a memory verse here on the right side of this lesson. And then you'll see each page has the details around a handful of activities that we believe are going to be great to foster connection, community, conversation, activity. Some of them are moving around, some of them are creative, some of them are quieter. You pick the ones that you think are going to work well for your group. There's probably about 3 or so that might be in there on a given week. The goal is not to get through them all. And to rush through it just to make sure that you hit that. The goal is really community. It's relationship. It's helping that connect that dot between what was just taught in large group to that kid's heart and their mind, for them to take it home and be connected with who they are created in Christ Jesus and who they are as loved by God and a part of this church. You're helping connect those dots. And we believe these activities help do that. And we want to help make sure that message gets across. And so read this. The expectation is kind of that you spend, even if it's 5 minutes to skim this over, maybe it's 15 or 20 minutes, where you have an idea of what you're stepping into, the resources that are going to be in here to help you make these things happen. So whatever supplies are needed are going to be in these bins, ready to go for you every single week. They will either be right here, or like we have some organized on the side that will pull out when it comes to that group time, but you will have what you need to make the most of that morning, to really be focused and be present with those kids to guide them through that morning. And so we know that this may be new, but please ask questions. That's why we're sending this out to you in an email. And so if there's something in this that you don't understand, feel free to reach out to me or Miss Marissa, or reach out in an email or text to let us know, because we really want you to be kind of ready to go for that morning. And so when you show up, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the service, ideally, so that when we're starting check-in, we're in here ready to go, ready to greet, play, and connect with the kids, and that we're not spending the time over the content and the lesson when the kids are here. That's kind of go time, and we've already done the prep work so that we're ready to go to make the most of that time, because we only have an hour with these kids, and so we really want to make the most of that to connect with them, love them, get to know them, and then guide them to the truths that we believe that will make a difference in their life. And so the deeper that we drive into the relationship, the more that message will get amplified in their life. And that's really at the heart of what we want to try to get across. We're hoping that some of these tweaks functionally, structurally, will help us elevate community, refine that message, and move forward. And we hope that you can help us champion that to make a big difference in this community and the lives of kids. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys Sunday.